Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss one more case which is pending. As I told in the last lecture, if you have observed till now, what we have done is we are always doing something. Either the numbers are less than 100, let's say 98 and 92 both are less than 100, or we are taking numbers like 107 and 105, 112, whatever they are more than 100. So that means the numbers till now what we have done is either less than the base or more than the base. But we are seeing a case here where the numbers one number is less than the base and the other number is more than the base. Let's see how we can do this. It's the same technique. 96 is 4 less than 100 and 107 is 7 more than 100. Same technique. We just multiply and we get 28 after that. What we do here is here 96 plus 7 we doesn't do minus 7 because plus 7 is more. But see, the technique remains the same, that in a diagonal way. Either we add the numbers or subtract the numbers, or we can do 107 4. And the very beauty that you can see here is again it's all same. Like 107 4 gives me 103 and 96.7 also gives 103. So the answer is 10,328 is this. Let's check if the answer is that or not. 96 into 107. No. Our answer is not correct. The answer is 10,272. So that means there has to be some little bit modification happening here. The modification that we need to do here is basically something like a subtraction or a complement. So why we are doing this? Just see the technique first. I will explain it. We want the complement of 28. That means if I subtract 28 from 100, how much it will come to? Of course it will come to 72, and I decrease 1 from this number. So that means this is 10,272 is the answer. Let's see it again. I know this will be little confusing, but let's see it again. What did we do? Is first thing we have done is 96 is 4 less than 100, then we have done 107 is 7 more than 100. We multiplied 7 into 4, which gave me 28. Then we have done either 96.7, which gives 103, or we have done 1074, which also gives 103. So we got this number also. The next step is that since both the numbers here are on two different sides of the base, we cannot just add it, or we cannot just keep it like that. Why the answer will come in the next lecture. I will explain how all these techniques are working. So accordingly your questions will get answered. So just try to understand the technique now. Whatever the right side number is coming there, we are seeing that how much less it is than 20, how much less 28 is than 100, so which is clearly 72. And then on the left side of the number we decrease 1. So from 3 we decrease 1 o'clock, which gives me 2. So the left side become 102 and right side becomes 72. That's all is my answer. We can try out one more example with this as well to check how this is working out. So I will just take one more example here. So let's say we want to multiply 85 and 105 s. One number is less than 100 and other number is more than 100. This number is 15 less, that is 85 is 15 less than 100 and 105. Is 5 more than 100? So the first step is multiply the right-hand side, which gives main 15575. Then the next step is either do 85,5 or 2 10,515. Whatever we do, it comes as 90. So the next step is find how much less 75 is there 100, which is 25, and do a 1 from this side, which gives me 89. So the answer is 8,925. Let's check this out. 85 into 105, which gives me the 8th of September 25. That's all. So that's all is the technique here. So these techniques are quite simple and easy to implement. You can just sum up all the techniques that we have used in now. So these things are quite simple and understandable in any form. We will sum up all the techniques that we have done till now, because it is the same technique but with little bit of modification based on the different cases. So you might have got confused. So in the next lecture I will sum up everything together, and then we will start explaining that how this technique works. What is the logic behind the technique? Hello everyone. As committed in the last lecture, we will sum up all the techniques that we have discussed till now so that we have a clear picture of what we are doing and in what cases. So to start with, let's first take the case where both the numbers are less than 100. So here both the numbers are less than 100. That means I have 89 and 96. So both the numbers are less than 100 here. So 89 is 11, less than 196 is 4 less than 100. Then multiplying 11 and 4 gives me 44, and I do a cross subtraction, either 89, 4 or 96 to 11. Whatever I do, I get 85. So my answer is 8544. So here both the numbers are less than 100. Now let's consider the case where both the numbers are more than 100. For example 112, that is 112 and 106. In this case, 112 is 12 more and 106 is 6 more. So same thing again. We are just multiplying the right-hand side, that is 12 into 6, that gives 72, and then we do a cross addition here. That is 112 plus 6 or 106 plus 12. Whatever we do, we get 118. So the answer is 11,872. So I think these things are quite clear for the people. Now let's check out the next cases. So the next case is one number is less than 100 and other number is more than 100. That means one number is less than the base and other number is more than the base. So the first thing is 87, which is less than 100, and 107, which is more than 100. So 87 is 13 less than 100 and 107 is 7 more than 100. Again, the first step goes like this. I multiply 13 into 7, which gives me 91, and either I do 87 plus 7 or 107, 13. Whatever I do in the crossface direction, I get 94. Now since this is a case where one is more and one is less, what you will do is we will subtract 1 from here and find out complement of 91. That is how less 91 is than 100 than the base. That is, it is 9 less than 100. So I can write here 09 because I want always two numbers, so 94 1. which gives me 93. So the answer is 9309. This is the third case. Let's see the next case. The next cases are like when we multiply the right-hand side number. If they are not exactly 2 digits, either they are more than 2 digits or they are less than 2 digits, then what will happen? Let's take a case of 52 and 96. So 52 is how much less than 100? It is 48 less than 100 and 96 is 4 less than 100. So if I multiply the right side, which is 48 into 4 4/8. Are 32 2 here 3 4 fourths are 16 plus 3, that is 19. So we are getting actually 192. And on the other side we get either 52 4 or 9648. Please do not do 9648 because you know the result will be same. But it will take little more time. So 52 4 gives 48. So what we should do here is, since 1 is more here, I'm taking out 1 as carry forward here to add. So the answer goes like this. 4992 is the answer. And here comes the last case where when we multiply the right-hand side numbers, it is becoming less than 2 digits. For example, I will take a case of 104 and 102. So this is 4 more and this is 2 more. Again, the same principle applies here. We have to multiply the right-hand side, that is 4 into 2. That gives me 8. But here we'll write 08 because our base is 101 has 2 zeros. That means on the right side I always want 2 digits. If it is less than 2 digit, put a 0 on the left side. If it is more than 2 digits, then take a carry forward the leftmost number, that whatever you have done in the lasts now to the left side. Either I do 104 plus 2 or 102 plus 4. Whatever I do I get 106, so the answer is 10,608. You can cross-check all the multiplication that we have done as part of this using the calculator. I hope now the things are quite clear, that whatever we have discussed till now. So the next section we will discuss how this is being done. What is the technique behind it? What is the logic behind it? How this things works. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the session. Today we are going to discuss about the formulas that are really the key formulas that guide the techniques till date we have learned. So these are the simple 3 formulas through which the whole of the technique has been guided. So we will first start our discussion with the formula of first formula, which is XA into XB is equal to X, AB, AB. So let's first get clear on the formula, that how this formula is being derived. This is quite simple. I am just deriving it again just for the simplicity. Again, XB is equal to, I can write this whole of the thing as X whole into XB, a whole into XB. So which actually gives me X square minus BX, minus X and plus AB. So taking X common from this first 3 terms, what we get is X. Taking common, we get X, B, A plus AB, or as well, I can write X whole into X minus A, B plus AB. So this is just to tell you that okay, from here how we reached here. Now let's go to the actual application part, that how did it work. Let's start with an example of we are trying to multiply 92 and 97. So this is equal to 100 to 8 and 97 is 100 to 3. So if you look at a formula is like x, a, and this is x, b. So here I can say x is equal to 100, a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 3. So our formula was x, a into x, b is equal to x whole into x. A, b plus ab. So here putting the values in either side I get x minus I. Know that 108 which is 92 into 97. So this is the multiplication we are trying to do. How we simplify it is x is 100 whole into 100, a which is 8. And minus b which is 3 plus 8 into 324. So here if you remember the technique that we do, okay we will map that later. First let's solve this. So this gives me 100 into the 3rd of August 100 which is 100 to 11. One 100 to 11 plus 24. So this gives me 8,900 plus 24 which is 8,924. So this is how the whole formula works. So in our application part, if you look at the application that we have done, let's check out that how this thing is working. For our case, like how we can map it here we have done 92 and 97. We write, this is 8 less. We write, this is 3 less than you multiply 8 into 324. Then we do a cross abstraction a 92, 3 or 97, 8 that actually. Here also we do that is if you say 108 this is actually 92, so 92 3 we do or if you take out these two numbers first. Then it is 103 which is 97 and 8. So this is how the cross multiplication we came to in this formula. Then 92 3 or 97 6, whatever you do, you land at 89. So we write 8,924 because here the base is always 100 we are taking. And since we have put a 100 here, we know that last two digits will be always 2 zeros. So whatever comes on the right side that is 24 will always can fit in here. So we need not to do any kind of addition. That's why we just blindly write two numbers here. So that's the whole of the thing how it works. So I will again demonstrate with some other formulas also like for the case of when one number is less than 100 and other number is more than 100. So we have done little bit of tweaking there while looking at the technique that we have used. So I will just describe with the help of this formula. That's why the tweaking is required, so that I'll be covering in the next lecture. Hello everyone. So this section we are going to discuss about the numbers. Multiplication less than the base and other number is more than the base. So let's start with the example we want to multiply 117 that is 117 and 98. So in the Vedic mathematics way, what we do is we found that this is plus 17 and this is minus 2 in this case. We are taking the base as 100. So let's check out how the things works in the formula. So we can write 117 as 100 plus 17 into 98 as 100, 2. So the solution goes like this which becomes 100 which is our x. Whole into next again xa that is 100 r is 17 and b is 2ba into b which is 34. So here you can see that 17 is our a and 2 is b after that. Here we get 100 whole into 100 plus 17. 2 is 115 to 34, which is like 115 double 0 to 34. So here we do a simple subtraction by taking 10 as borrowing 10 to the end. So our answer comes 11,466. That's all. Is a simple way of solving it. So I think it will be very clear to people that why we are taking when we take 34 on the right side, why we take transpose and reduce 1 from the previous number, all those things will be clear. I will just give it again so that if we have any doubt, we'll come to know. So 17 into 2, that gives me 34. I keep 34 here, then I do 117 to or 98 plus 17. Whatever we do, the answer is 115. I will demonstrate that again here. Either 100 plus 17 if you take it becomes 117, 2 so it becomes 115, or we can do actually 100, 2 which is 98 and plus 17. So that is how this cross addition or cross subtraction works. So after getting 11,534, if you remember in the normal method, what we do is we take how much less 34 is than 100. So that means we say that 34 is 66 less than 100 and we do 1 from this side, which gives me 114, and we get answer as 11,466. So why we do this 34 transpose to find out 66 and do a 1. Here the answer is this because we have 0, 0 at the end. It is exactly something like subtracting 34 from 500. So we take a we borrow 10 here till the end. So 10, 4 gives me 6 here, it is 9, 9 to 3 gives me 6. And since we have borrowed 1s, this becomes 4, so 11,466. So that is how this principle works. So we'll be discussing few more special cases and some amazing special cases also you can say in the next lecture. Thank you.